Halftime, LSU 16, Arkansas 14. That was a hideous half of football. Oh my God. What is Bobby Petrino mad about? Freaking jerk. Whatever. All right, LSU leads 16-14. That was a pretty miserable half of football. I mean, thank God. Look, so one of the things that we talked about leading up to this game was, hi, Drew, was how bad Arkansas is in the turnover margin. They're 118th in the country in turnover margin at -7. And in this game, they're losing the turnover battle 3-0. Twice they're in scoring position. On their first possession, they were down at the, let's see, they were in right around the 26 is where LSU got the fumble recovery. So it was certainly in field goal range there. And then the interception at the end of the half was from the 9-yard line into the end zone. So 2 times Arkansas had scoring opportunities, and Taylon Green gave them away, or the Arkansas offense did. And then you had Perkins' interception as well, which gave LSU the ball at the Arkansas 30. So Arkansas, I mean, you understand why they're 2-7, man. They have some dynamic ability, but they turn the ball over all the time, and that's hurt them. I know everybody's going to talk about the quarterback. It's kind of what Van Buren is, man. We've been talking about this since fall camp. He's not an accurate passer. Everyone has the perception of Van Buren as a runner. He's not. Van Buren has 3 rushes for -9, along of 2. So he's been sacked twice for 11 yards. So he's got 1 run for 2 yards and 2 sacks for -11. So Van Buren isn't necessarily the guy that's going to hurt you with his feet. Passing, Van Buren's 12 of 19 for 120. No touchdowns, no interceptions. It's a lot like Nussmeier, man. Total yards, dead even. LSU 180, Arkansas 179. Pass 120 to 120. Rush 60 to 59. I mean, right now you've got the big difference in the game. Their 3 turnovers and the block punt for a touchdown, which was pretty devastating early in the game, man. But LSU's offense was pretty terrible in the first half. They picked it up because they started running the football. Caden Durham, a 27-yard touchdown run, was awesome. I mean, just run the football. Like, why is this so hard? Like, just line up in power formations and run the football and then set up things in play action. How bad is Arkansas? Those jokers jumped off sides on a 3rd and 11 on a clap count. Clap count. Not even a hard count, a clap count. And they jumped off sides. Anyway, there's we'll talk about all this post-game, so I hope you'll be here for us for the post-game. But when I look at the good as opposed to the bad, there's way more bad than good. You had the 3 takeaways. How about Damian Ramos, a 50-yarder, a 42-yarder, and another 42-yarder. So Ramos, really good. Monsoor Delane with the pick. I love Delane getting the interception because he's a guy who legitimately is going to have a chance at the Thorpe. It'll probably be Caleb Downs. Reputation and good team and all, but Delane's been awesome, but you need stats to be able to win an award like that. So, anyway. Yeah, Stone Musso said Michael Van Buren isn't doing much better, just saying. I mean, that's been the point I've been making all along, y'all. Like, for everyone who's thought this whole offensive issue was a Nussmeier issue, it's not a Nussmeier issue. I'm not saying Nussmeier has been flawless. He hasn't. He's not been good this year. But you have so many inherent issues. Your offensive line is no good. Your scheme isn't good. Play calling isn't good. Your receivers drop balls. Harlan Berry dropped the ball. Berry and Brown dropped the ball. I mean, that's not just happened to Van Buren. That's happened all year long, man. It's what it is, man. I mean, you're sitting here against one of the worst defenses in the country. You get 16 points, 180 yards at half, whatever. I mean, you had a punt blocked. You had a 25-yard punt. Michael Van Buren threw 2 balls that were nearly intercepted. You allowed them to convert a 4th and 2 and a 4th and 1. Brown had a drop. Barry had a drop. You had a kickoff out of bounds. You gave up 2 sacks on the same drive. Ori Williams had a false start. The false start was on a 4th and 1 when you were lining up to go for it. You had an OPI on Xavion Thomas. I mean, you're just not a good football team, man. You're just not good. So we'll see how this goes in the second half, man. I'm just aching for LSU to win this football game. However, yeah, thank you, Harold Escape Velocity. Perkins has had a great half. Perkins, let me give you Perkins' stat line here in the first half. Perkins, 3 tackles, 2 TFLs, a sack, an interception, and a quarterback hurry. So Perk looking like Perk is awesome. And I love the fact that after Arkansas, they were driving the ball right down your throat in the first possession, fumbled. After they got the punt block touchdown, you went 3 and out. They got the ball, went down and scored to go 14-0. After that, they went 3 and out punt, interception on the first play, 3 and out punt, and then they put together a nice drive and then threw the interception in the end zone. So defense, after they went up 14-0, after their touchdown drive at the start, after their touchdown drive in the first quarter to go up 14-0 when Green had the touchdown run, your defense was awesome after that. 3 and out, interception on the first play, 3 and out, and then interception in the end zone, which was they went 9 plays, 71 yards, and threw the pick in the end zone. So anyway. All right, Tigers got the lead, 16-14. They'll get the ball here to start the second half. Man, go get a touchdown here to start the second half. Go up 2 scores on these jokers and make them play from behind. Come on. Michael Van Buren is not a running quarterback or accurate. That's the thing I've been telling you since fall camp. But some of y'all don't want to listen. That's okay. You'll see for yourself. But I'll tell you this about Van Buren, and I know nobody's going to go back and pull up old fall camp reports. It's fine. But the thing about Van Buren that we said all throughout fall camp watching him, Van Buren stat line, I just went through it. Van Buren is 12 of 19 for 120. No touchdowns, no picks. Thing about Van Buren, we saw it all throughout fall camp. He will make head-scratching throws. He'll miss open. You saw his first throw of the game. First offensive snap, they ran with Harlem Berry on 2nd and 7. He threw that ball over the middle. It was almost intercepted. He was lucky it wasn't. And then he almost threw one there. After the first play after the PI, he went deep down the left sideline and nearly got that one intercepted. So he got away with a couple. But the thing about Van Buren is he's not a super accurate thrower yet. And he's not a dynamic runner. He's 3 carries for -9. So, and that was 2 sacks. But yeah, and by the way, Van Buren's run for 2 yards was on the 3rd and 7 on the first possession, right before the punt block. He didn't run the ball after that. But with Van Buren, he does have explosive playmaking ability. You will see flashes. You will see wow moments from Van Buren. Even in the spring game, for those that went to it, the best play of the entire day was a ball. LSU was about their own 30. It was about the 30 going in. And he threw a rope back line of the end zone between 2 defenders. You'll look and go. There's times you'll look and go, oh, okay. I remember there was playing fall camp when they were doing 11-on-11 scrimmage, and there was pressure, and he just kind of evaded it, stepped up and then darted and just zigged and zagged his way for a 25-yard run. Like, he's got that in him. He's just not consistent right now. He's like not a good player right now. He's got some ability. He's just not a good quarterback right now. But he can be in time, which is why, if Nuss isn't healthy, then, and you're going to start Van Buren the next 3 games, great. It's a great experience for him. But otherwise, I wouldn't burn the red shirt. Not for this waste of a year. Oh, look at A&M making a charge, 30-17. Hold on now. That was 30-3 at half. Hold on now. Van Buren has the it factor. Are you outside of your mind? What in the heck? What? Excuse me, sir. It's not letting me bring up your comment. What in the world have you seen that tells you Michael Van Buren has the it factor? Are you high? Are you high, or are you just trying to tout whatever talking point you've been watching? It factor? You either trolling or you're stupid. I mean, one of the two. Whew, man, it factor. The it factor. Let's throw out a nondescript phrase like it factor. And dude, tell you, everybody in this chat right now is mocking you. No, I'm not a Michael Van Buren hater. I'm honest, and I've seen him more than you have because I watched 20 practices in fall where I got to go watch him throw, even throw against air. He's inaccurate, and you saw him darn near throw 2 interceptions. He's not a dynamic runner. 3 carries, -9. Like, this is the facts. Like, it's the same guy he was last year at Mississippi State. He can get better, and he's got ability. My point is, there's so many of y'all who all throughout this season have been wanting Van Buren because you think he was going to be a cure-all for your offense. You've been crapping on Nussmeier. My point is, Nussmeier has not been good. I'm not saying Nussmeier has been good. What I'm saying to you is he's not chief among your problems. That's the problem. Like, he's not the issue. He is an issue, but not the issue, meaning replacing him doesn't fix anything. Like, your scheme is terrible. Your offensive line is terrible. You commit 2 penalties. Hi, Drew. I mean, you're going to go for it on a 4th and 1 and you get a false start on Ori Williams. Did the same thing last week. Opening possession of the first half, opening possession of the 3rd quarter last week against Bama. You false start, 2 different right tackles. Like, what are you talking about? Stupid. Anyway. Y'all dumb. Whatever. All right. Tigers are leading 16-14. Get the ball start 3rd quarter. Let's go get points here. Let's get a touchdown here. Make this a 2-score game and then make them play from behind because they can't come up on that. So, in any event. All right. Go Tigers. Here's hoping.